I think you could get away maybe a year or two ago on just going to ChatGPT, coming up with some generic captions, and then maybe putting a picture of a job site or maybe even a stock image. I think you could get away with that a year or two ago.
Hey, how's it going? It's Tim Brown, and this is the Hook Better Leads podcast. And today I've got our very own Brynn on. How you doing, Brynn?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Very good. We're going to talk about the perfect roofing marketing budget for 2026. A lot of people are planning out their budgets right now, trying to figure out how much money should we spend. So we'll start out the gate. If people don't know you, by the way, give them a little bit of who you are, what you do at Hook.
Yeah, I am one of our salespeople here at Hook Agency. So anytime you guys are booking an intro call, if you want to take it a step further and start working with Hook, you'll be either chatting with me or Sydney too. I'm sure you guys have seen her around. But I've been here for about 2 years as of this week.
Congrats.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Time flies.
Let's go.
Time flies when you're having fun.
So we're going to start with this spicy, important question. What percentage of total revenue should a roofing company spend on marketing?
Yeah, I know this one is going to be controversial, just depending on where they're located, their growth goals, maybe where they're at in revenue. But I would say anywhere from 5 to 10% is going to be either a really good starting point or pretty aggressive. Yeah,
I think the traditional answer that a lot of people in the industry have said is 5%.
Yeah, I hear that a lot too.
I think that that can be good if you're not in growth mode. Mm-hmm. If you're in like survive mode or even in like, I'm okay growing a little bit slower.
Yes.
I just think the game has changed too. In this last 5-10 years, it's like there's more people being more aggressive.
Yes.
There's more private equity in the space spending money on marketing, making the costs go up.
Yeah.
And
automate your communication with Proline, the only communication-first CRM for roofers. Because when you fix your communication, you'll sell more jobs.
Had 200% growth, and I attribute that to Proline.
But just with one automation, I was able to get 25 Google reviews.
Proline's not going to win the beauty pageant, but it will save your Saturday.
There's nothing wrong with not being in growth mode.
Right.
I think sometimes people come to me and like they're asking for marketing, but they're like, I don't really know if I need to grow that much this next year. I feel good. I'm like, well, then I don't know if you need to spend that much money on marketing. It's okay to be chill on marketing.
I agree. Well, and as more things are coming into the market, I mean, 10 years ago, we didn't have AI. We didn't have AEO. We didn't really have local service ads or that big of an emphasis on it. So there's all these new services, which is obviously going to contribute to a larger marketing spend because we still have the traditional advertising between TV, radio, billboards. Those aren't going anywhere. And so we're just adding in more services and therefore adding in a higher budget.
What would you say, TV, radio, billboards?
Yeah.
What size company should be focused on those?
Yeah, from what I know from our current clients and from speaking with a lot of owners in the industry, I would say if you guys are between like that $5 to $10 million and north, that's when it's going to be a good time to invest in those things because it's typically a little bit more expensive. You guys don't necessarily have that lead attribution, so you can't really understand what's working well and what's not, but it's really good for brand awareness. So if you guys have the budget to be on TV, radio, if we can put maybe $5,000 a month towards a billboard, whatever that budget might be, I think that's going to be really smart.
Yeah, and I've looked at like the types of markets. Like I said, when it's a smaller market, I think you can sometimes invest a little bit more in those things and get a higher return.
Absolutely.
Versus like it can be very expensive in certain markets. So my recommendation, I like if you can look for deals on billboards that are in your city. If you're in a smaller area or like, I think of like 100,000 person area. It might be 5 cities, but it's like a tight area versus like a major metropolitan, like let's say
Los
Minneapolis
Angeles
or St. Paul or something like that. It's like, to me, sometimes you're just dropping like a needle in a haystack at that point versus like when you're in a smaller, tighter area, there's a lot of opportunity to be more dominant with some of that. But if it was me, I'd be like, all right, can I go find a deal on 3 billboards?
Yeah.
So that are on a busy area, but not super expensive, like looking for deals too. I think sometimes people just need like try to look for deals.
Yes. Deals, and if your branding is not good and it's not standing out, then you're probably better off saving your money too. Because if you just have, I'm going to call some people out, but if you just have a generic logo and it's a generic name and maybe it's the picture of an outline of a roof, is it really going to cut through the noise and is it going to be worth that $5,000 a month budget for a billboard? We have to make sure we're cutting through the noise.
That's a big one. Having a name that's clear. Like, I swear to God, I was like driving by a roofing company the other day when I was in Hudson, and I looked up and I see this roofing company. I'm like, I forgot it.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as I wasn't looking at it anymore, I forgot the name. And I was like, I told my wife, I'm like, try to remember that. So I want to ask you after dinner whether you remember that. We didn't remember it. Because most roofing companies just don't have a sticky enough name. And I think that that's where you can get more out of those things that you mentioned. Like, you can get more out of radio, TV, and billboards if you do that. If it's, hey, we're RTS Roofing, man, that's going to go away so quick.
Right.
But if you have a good name, everything goes further.
Yeah. What would be an example of a good name?
Well, Owl Roofing.
Owl
would be
Roofing.
a good, Owl, who?
Who?
Owl Roofing.
Oh.
No, but animals, icons. Like, I think Hook is a good example, but I think like things that are clear, like it's clear what it is. When I say it out loud, you can hear it. Roof Tiger, that's who inspired me on Owl Roofing. Like, even, Monarch Roofing, which, we helped them get 92% more organic leads year over year. Like, even, there are a lot of examples of, like, it can be an object. It doesn't have to be an animal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But how can I say something and then it sticks in somebody's mind?
Right.
That's basically what we're trying to do.
Yeah. I love it.
And I want to talk about the 3 top places that you'd spend if you had a roofing company. Where would you? Let's think about this for real. If you had a roofing company, what are the top 3 places that you'd spend money in your budget?
Yeah. And like I said earlier too, it really does come down to kind of my revenue. If I have any big growth goals, if I want to expand into other markets. So let's just say I'm at like that $2 or $3 million range and I'm looking to double in the next year or 2. If I were to invest in 3 things, I would say local service ads or search. That's going to be a really good way to target the buyer's intent. That's what we focus on. And so I can speak to that and know that it works for roofing companies. Branding and being in your local market is going to be huge too. So that's going to be things like your yard signs, your truck wraps, making sure you have branded polos when they're showing up to the job sites. I think that's important too. So if we can just really focus on that local brand, maybe some mailers, I think that's a really nice way to target some areas where you're already seeing success or already doing some jobs.
I'm going to throw in catch-alls there.
Catch-alls.
Anything like job site branding, from my point of view, that's your best marketing, especially in those tighter neighborhoods. Maybe it doesn't matter as much when the houses are all far apart, but when you're in those tight neighborhoods, if you have like nice looking job site, that can really advertise well.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got our search, our branding, and then the third thing, I'm going to say social media, and I'm going to take it a step further. I think you could get away maybe a year or 2 ago on just going to ChatGPT, coming up with some generic captions, and then maybe putting a picture of a job site or maybe even a stock image. I think you could get away with that a year or 2 ago. But now what we know works really, really well is if you're actually getting in front of the camera, maybe you're at a job site, maybe you're in front of a local landmark, and you're actually talking to your audience. We've got a real person. We're building that trust. We're building that authority on social media. And so instead of just taking the easy way out and just posting for the sake of posting, I want you to be intentional, connecting with your audience, and then also being in local Facebook groups too. I think that's important, so that when someone is asking for a local roofer, maybe your friends can refer you or people that you would networked with. And so being in those local groups, I think, is crucial as well.
That's awesome. And there are a lot of things that only you can do on these local Facebook groups. No marketing company is going to go and comment under all the things that we're asking for a roofer. You can comment when people are asking for other home service businesses that refer you, tag the person, talk about their high customer service and the fact they're family owned. And that reflects well on you and your company when it's time to get referred as well. There's an amazing service that I just heard about, Ride the Wave. And they actually engage in Facebook groups at scale for you. So like 100 Facebook groups in the area, and then essentially like post on your behalf in those groups. And they usually use, the principle is like sound. It's like they use like family oriented stuff, and they use like if you're doing anything charitable or if you're engaging the community in certain ways, and then they post more about like human interest type things versus just promotion.
Cool.
So they do that for you, and it's actually pretty reasonably priced. Ride the Wave. Go check them out. Ride the Wave. I just like didn't know there was any companies that did Facebook groups.
Same.
And so I was kind of impressed when I saw their system on the back end. They track everything for you. So check out Ride the Wave.
Yeah, I love that. Because as a business owner, you guys are probably wearing at least 10 hats. I would say you're a business owner, so you get it. There's some things that only you can do, but if you can hire that out, I think that's great.
Yeah, I think even if I did that, I would also do like natural engagement. And it's like you can have a Facebook thread with like 5 people from your team too, and then just pop when somebody's asking for a roofer or other home service business, pop it in the thread and then say, hey, go mob this for our referral partner or go mob this for our roofing company. So that's just another way to get the flow going. And it's really crazy. Once you get like 3 recommendations, because this has happened to us in like roofing groups too, where somebody asks about a roofing marketing company and then there'll just be like 10 just talking about Hook Agency. Like once there's like 2 or 3, then like the momentum starts.
Yes.
And what I do is I'll go like the comment and then I'll comment below and be like, thank you so much. Like, and like, if anyone needs us, this is a little bit more about us. And then here's like where to go next.
With me.
Yeah.
Booking a call with me.
Exactly. Which is just at hookagency.com/call, by the way.
By the way, in case you want to set some up.
That's the basic principle is like, get the flow going. Like once 3 to 5 people start mentioning you, other people do it. They're like, oh, I know those guys. Let me do that too.
Yes.
So it's kind of crazy. It's not as hard as you might think. It does take consistent effort, but it is like very cheap. So like doing this on your own too. I think a lot of the things I think about is like, how can they push effort towards follow money with effort. Like if you're spending money on the Facebook group stuff, push effort there too.
Yes.
Where else is like something that it's not as expensive, but they should push effort?
I think one that's really important that gets overlooked is networking groups. You're in your community, be a super connector, join a networking group, have people you can refer, and then in return, they're going to refer to you. And so I think BNI is a big one that a lot of people do, but I'm sure in your guys' market, there's a lot of different ones you could look into. So just being involved in your community, consistently showing up every week, giving out referrals. It's really hard to market a bad business. So make sure that you guys are doing good work. You're being kind. Obviously, this goes without saying, but being in your community, being involved is going to be key. And so joining some of those networking groups, I think is really important. Showing up is 90% of it.
That's huge. I hear you saying be referable.
Yeah, be referable.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end of the day.
And you can make up your own networking group too.
You sure can.
You can make your own one. Like the thing I don't like about BNI is like it's like every single week.
No, and the worst part is that it's at like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And everyone's so energetic.
Yeah. But the thing you do learn from BNI, have you been part of this? The thing you learn is how to refer and be a good referrer.
Yes.
So being easy to refer is like, we are a specialist at this type of roofing. We do small repairs or like the things that make referrals easy. And like you learn how to be easier to refer.
Yeah.
So like if nothing else, go to BNI a few times just to learn their system of like how to get referrals and then be a referrer. Givers gain.
Givers gain.
We are just cult members for BNI.
Right. Yeah. Not affiliated.
Like I'm not part of any of those groups, but that like defined who I am in a lot of ways. Like I really focus on that type of thing. Givers gain and basically like make a bite-sized chunk because you have to do your commercial.
Oh yeah.
And you get your commercial down and you get to say it every single week. Hey, we do this. What's your commercial for Hook Agency?
Oh.
If you had to get.
I do because I'm part of networking groups.
Okay,
right?
yeah. So what do you say?
I typically say, what's up, guys? My name's Brynn Wilson. I work at Hook Agency, and we help home service businesses show up on Google. So whether it's the map pack, organic search, Facebook ads, we want to help you guys show up and people are actually looking for your services. And then we say a good referral for me this week would be XYZ.
What is a good referral for you?
Good referral for me, I'm looking for an HVAC company in the Twin Cities, someone who is looking to grow, they want to maybe open another location. So that would be an ideal referral for me.
I love it. And there you go. Like that simple skill though, if you get that down for your business, can open up a lot of doors. Because a lot of times people are networking with this mindset of like, how do I get new business from this person now? And I think a much better mode to be in is like, how can I get more business? How can I get this person to every time somebody needs this, every time somebody needs roofing, they're going to remember me. That's the mode. That's a different mode. And I think you get way more business that way. It's like, oh, I only need them when I need a roof.
Right.
Versus I can tell everyone about them when other people need a roof. And usually that comes up more often, or there's like more opportunities to refer than there is to like buy a roof.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's where it comes in being a super connector, because oftentimes these homeowners, they don't really know where to start. Maybe they need a fence. Maybe they need a tree removed. Maybe they need new siding and you guys only offer roofing, something like that. But you know people. So if you have this network and you can refer these people in your network, they're going to do the same for you and refer you guys when someone needs a roof and you guys don't offer that service.
Yeah, that's a big one. Like as I'm starting this roofing company, owlroofing.com. We keep we're doing these lunches. We're taking people out to lunch, and I'm looking for realtors, insurance agents, and other home service business owners, and hanging out with them, buying their lunch. Buying the lunch. And saying, let's take over. Let's do this together. Let's be part of our own little home service referral mafia. And I'll refer you and you refer us. So I think that's I guess it is money. But I think that's like it's not super expensive, but it is a lot of time that a lot of people are not doing.
I agree.
And they could do more of it. Or maybe you did it when you first started your business. But what about a push for the beginning of this year? How about for the next month, you decide I'm not going to eat alone. I'm going to go hook people up, pay for their lunch. What would the budget be? You know, could you do that in $1,000, $1,500? And then you're creating this goodwill. And I'm not like, oh, if they never refer me, I hate them. I don't care. I'm like, I'm just putting in the action, and I'm trying to take so much action that failure would be ridiculous. If you had to add a couple $1 million, just a couple $1 million to your roofing company, where would you start? Like help me backwards engineer this. How are we going to add a couple extra million to our roofing company this year?
Yeah, I love that question. And I think there's two answers to that question. So understanding what's already working and then really pressing into that. So if that's coming from Facebook ads, you guys are seeing a lot of success from that. Put more effort and money into that. If it's Facebook ads, so on and so forth. If we're actually getting technical with it, we can put together a budget really focusing on Google ads, because that's easier to track than maybe some other forms of marketing. So if we want to add 2 million and we have a calculator on
we have, if you
unless you're going to make me do mental math.
No, in the comments, there's a growth formula calculator. It's a custom GPT that if you have ChatGPT, you can use it. So just press the button on there. It says, help me calculate the leads I need to hit my goal. And we're going to make it super easy. So it's just going to ask you questions. Hey, what's your roofing company name, industry, location, and revenue goal? So I'm going to say Owl Roofing. I'm in obviously roofing. My revenue goal, to be honest, my revenue goal is $5 million.
This year?
Yeah.
Love it.
$5 million. I want to hit it by
December 2026.
Hit it by December 2026. And I believe we're probably going to get $3 million just from door knocking. So I'm kind of like trying to get an extra $2 million. So I'm going to put that all in there. We're going to probably is a hard, like that's a big probably.
That's a big probably.
But there's probably going to get
probablys though.
$3 million from door knocking.
Are you joining a B&I group?
I might not personally, but I think I'm actually going to make our own referral group.
Yeah. Okay.
$3 million from door knocking, and I need another $2 million from other sources. And so I'm just going to use the kind of the general stuff because I don't have it, but a lot of the average stuff, I'm going to use the average stuff. So I'm going to say 20K in our market, 20K average roof.
I'm excited to have this conversation this time next year, and then we can actually be like, here's what worked.
Yeah.
Here's what got us to 5 million plus.
And
here's how we're gonna
I'm
get
going to
to
feel
10.
really embarrassed. I'm just going to put it on record. I'm going to feel really embarrassed if I don't get to 3. And I know that that's like fast, but the thing is like I have I'm investing in this company from the gate. Most people don't like, oh, I can just like invest.
Mm-hmm.
So like we're starting with like 4 or 5 trucks out the gate.
And like the context of marketing, what works, what doesn't work.
Yes. And that's probably, and I have a marketing agency.
And you have a marketing agency that's
really aggressive. It's really aggressive.
So actually you should maybe try to aim for 10 now that we're talking about it.
Well, I don't want to set the goal so high that I feel bad when I don't hit it if I don't hit it.
We're going to hit it.
What percentage of the leads do you get that are real qualified leads? I'm going to put in like the average for the industry, even though, so 60, like you do have to do that math though. What percentage are real leads versus just like, this is a contact form submission. What's a customer with an actual budget kind of thing? And then what's your close rate percentage of qualified leads to turn into paying customers? We're gonna go with 30%. Because we're going to lead with financing, because we're going to make it the insurance process easy, all those things.
Does your company want to build your brand and get more jobs in the neighborhoods you're currently working in?
The Brick by Brick playbook allows you to establish your brand, your reputation, and gain trust in any neighborhood in your service area with a series of 4 postcards sent once a week to the neighbors of your current jobs. If you want to get more work in the neighborhoods you're currently working in, get with the team at Dope Marketing and get your Brick by Brick playbook set up today.
We'll see what actually happens. So it's doing all this math for us, and you could do that math on your own, of course, but we're going to need 8 or 9 additional customers, right? Besides the door knocking. We're going to, I want to know where they got these sources because I feel like that might be from our, yes.
Wait, that's kind of sweet.
I love that this referenced us. By the way, it's referencing our website, which is another big thing I think you guys should think about for this next year is adding AEO services or answer engine optimization. We're showing up right now in this, which is awesome. You don't need thousands of leads. You need 11 solid leads per week consistently. Hey, that's beautiful.
I feel like that's really realistic between door knocking, paid, social. I don't think that's crazy at all.
And it'll even recommend some things you can do. So we're talking about maybe we add some paid social. Maybe we do some Facebook ads in addition to our Google ads.
Yeah. Should we break it down and talk about the budget?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Well, they're recommending obviously going hard still on door knocking. Anything else you can do to increase the effectiveness of your door knocking. So you could do, dope marketing for like geographic radius mail or around every job that you do. Anything else that we're doing nice brochures.
I'd like a nice brochure.
So we're going to have nice brochures that we're stapling the business card to. So there's an opportunity to, when we go canvas, for it to be a little bit nicer of a touch point. So I do think about sales enablement. And that's something we've done really well at Hook that I think a lot of roofing companies don't do that well.
Yeah.
They don't have a great sales presentation. Their brochures kind of haphazard and thrown together. And maybe they don't have great looking proposals. So our strategy is going to be to make those look really nice. Those 3 things look really, really nice in comparison with other roofing companies.
Well, it's one of the biggest investments people will make is a $20,000 roof, after their house, maybe after their car, maybe after they pay for their kids' college. But that's a really big investment. And so we want to elevate it and make it feel like it's going to be worth that investment too.
Yeah, so I think higher level sales reps is something we're trying to do. If we can increase the effectiveness of the door knocking, that might be the first place. Basically, our custom GPT is saying, double down on what you're already doing. If you're going to be doing a lot of door knocking, make sure there's good materials to support the salespeople.
Yeah. I heard some really cool things. I'll just touch on these 2 if you guys are looking to take it to the next level, just because I do talk with a lot of business owners every single day across the country. I heard a couple things in the last probably couple of months here. So Dan Walrek was actually one of them. And he was throwing Frisbees on people's yards with their brand on it. And so maybe if it's a no soliciting neighborhood, or maybe if we're not going door to door, he was throwing frisbees. And I think that's really cool because anytime they go play fetch with their dog, or maybe they're playing catch with their kids, your brand is on that frisbee. I think it's a really nice sales enablement tool. Another thing too, sending brownies to all of the neighbors that you guys did a job at. And so you're hitting all the neighbors, you put your branding on it, maybe it's a sticker, and they get shipped for you. So I know there's a lot of different companies, whether it's cookies or brownies, donuts or whatever that might be.
I think Doe Marketing has a
Does Doe do
option
it?
for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's great. And it goes so much further than a piece of paper because you can actually enjoy it. Touches more on just one sense.
I think that essentially it's saying like hardcore Google domination, Google Ads, LSA, SEO and reviews, going hard on Google Maps. Like make sure you comprehensively filled that out. Make sure you're posting on there. Make sure you're adding photos, that type of thing.
And getting reviews.
And work with a dialed in partner that knows roofing marketing. I think that some folks may not be working with us right now. What would you say to those folks that maybe have considered or haven't looked into Hook yet?
Yeah, if you're just hearing about Hook right now, I would say if you guys are looking for people who are intentional about the services that we're doing, we only focus on Google marketing right now. We might develop some more services in the future, but we're really, really good at just a few things. So if you guys find that you're not showing up on Google and you're not really sure why, let's just have a phone call. We can do some diagnoses, see what's going on. We can do some audits. But if you feel like you're not showing up on Google, that's where we can help you guys.
hookagency.com/call to get started. And the next one is 5 Mile Fame. So not trying to be, we're going to be famous to this 3 million person Twin Cities area. We're going to get hyper focused on this group of cities with 100,000 people, because then that's much more likely that word's going to spread amongst people because they've seen it 2 or 3 times versus being that person that's just spreading it all out.
Right.
Because you're not going to touch as many people when you spread it all out. And the point is, people often are going to need to see you 3 to 5 more times or more to be familiar with your company. So that's why you keep it tight. What else do we got here?
If you truly believe in what you're doing and you want to be the best version of yourself and you want to build a great organization, there's no other place to do that besides the Roofing Academy.
We got paid social, retargeting. I mean, I'm putting geo-targeted Facebook ads at a location. I'm kind of more for branding a little bit. I want that. And then, we talked about the referral stuff.
Yes.
Anything else that's like final, if there's 1 or 2 kind of overarching principles that we should be recommending here when they're budgeting?
Yeah. I mean, like you said, we covered branding, we covered socials, being in your community, investing in networking groups, whether it's starting your own or joining one that already exists. Working with Hook Agency, of course, that's another good one.
I think it's just layering. My biggest principle is like layer, don't chop. Like if you're doing 2 or 3 things already, don't be like, I'm going to go do Hook Agency. I'm going to chop these.
Yeah.
Layer, because it's confusing. It's hard to get the science right.
Yeah.
If you're constantly like starting over.
Right.
So this mindset of layering. So if I'm doing Facebook ads, I'm doing social video, I'm going to add Hook Agency. I'm going to do whatever's next. The point is like we're layering so that we can, it's an addition game, not all right, I'm going to subtract this and add that.
Yeah. Yeah, we always talk about the pie. Like we just want to be a piece of the pie when it comes to your guys' marketing because there's going to be a lot of different pieces. Sounds like you're talking more of like a tiramisu where we're like layering things in.
Yes.
But what's the foundation of the tiramisu? The lady fingers. What's your lady fingers? A good brand, right?
Yeah.
You're Italian, aren't you?
Yeah. Tiramisu.
Yeah.
Not my favorite dessert, but
really?
No.
What
is my favorite dessert?
What don't you like about it?
I feel like, what is the juice in there? It's not,
espresso?
It's not good. I don't want weird cold espresso.
But you drink iced coffee.
Yes, but I don't want to like mix it with my desserts. I like a strawberry dessert or like a cheesecake or something. I'm a cheesecake factory guy.
We've had like a lot of controversial things said this episode, and I think that's probably the most controversial.
Strawberry cheesecake?
Just not liking tiramisu.
Okay. You know what also is overrated while we're still here? Just to wrap up the subset. Other overrated desserts.
Other overrated desserts.
To wrap this up. It's that one where you crack it with your spoon.
Yes, and it's hot egg.
It's not good.
It's terrible.
It's awful.
Creme brulee.
Like, I think people just like it because it's fancy.
Yeah, and it sucks.
It's not good.
No, it's hot egg and sugar.
And it's just like this bad pudding under there.
Yeah.
Give me a snack pack.
A snack pack.
The snack pack is way better than a
Even
tiramisu.
Tapioca snack pack.
Yeah.
It's better than a creme brulee.
I love tapioca. I feel like that was a hot take when I was in middle school. Like, I'd be like, I love tapioca.
Yeah, it still is.
Not like the real stuff, like the snack pack version.
Right. Yeah.
What's another overrated dessert?
Another overrated dessert. It's hard to slander my favorite genre of food, honestly.
You know there's one. What are you thinking about right now?
You know what I hate?
What?
Jelly-filled donuts.
Oh,
I
wow.
hate them. I know.
They are kind of bad. No, they are. I mean, like, I like the custard ones, the Bavarian cream. Is that also, does that count as bad?
That's good because it's like frosting. I love frosting.
Yeah, because it's like, what is this? This is like, it's like just jelly.
Right.
And like, I feel like the lower end ones, it's like, literally, they just put jelly in.
Yeah. I just like a bear.
Yeah.
I was like licking jelly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I get it. I get it. Well, you've heard it here, folks. hookagency.com for digital marketing. And you could honestly, Brynn's pretty easily distracted. You could probably talk to her about desserts. And
you could talk to me about anything.
And she would probably hang out with you. So hookagency.com/call.
If you send me a tiramisu in the mail to Hook Agency, we'll give you 5% off your first month.
That will be such old espresso by the time it gets to you.
It has to be fresh.
I said, what's the juice? What's the juice in there?
No, end it here.
Right.
Turn it off.
They're so thorough with every detail of the website. Working with Hook, the design is probably 50x better than any other design I've ever had. Their team is super communicative, and I mean this genuinely. I'm happy to pay you guys to work with us. It's been a tremendous experience.